I told you, it's a process. It's a process. Welcome to another episode of Declutter with me for my garage sale. So, we meet again. And one more to add on top of all the other stuff that I need to go through. Here we are trying to raise funds for my mom's cat, aka my supervisor, Kitty. And well, she's just a super cat and she's always with us in spirit. And as her human bigger sister, I am trying to help her mom, aka Queen G, my mom, who I full-time caregive for, are trying to raise funds to help my mom pay off some of the high vet bills. If you're now just tuning in to one of the first episodes of this decluttering series, I'm gonna list the playlist in the description box for you to catch up. I believe in the last episode we were in this room, the guest room. And well, I'm still working in the guest room. Let's watch. Okay. Here are some more. These are the ones that I decluttered previously. And like this one here is only been worn once. These are really nice sweaters I used to use for work and so forth. I decluttered these out of my closet, and I was hoping that these are the ones that I wanted to post and sell online. I mean, these are some blouses that I paid pretty good money for when I was working, and it would be nice to get a little bit something back, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do is, instead of pulling all of these out right now, I am going to just take it as is, and then on the day of garage sale, then I'm gonna pull these out and then hang them up for sale. Now, trying to figure out prices is gonna be the next thing. Yeah, but you know, I might take some snapshots just to advertise it. I don't know. But yeah, this is where all of the clothes that I've been decluttering went, because I just didn't, it was just so much, it was overwhelming. I mean, look at this. Look at that. 2X. That is going to be too large on me now. Pretty. And it still has the price tag. And I remember I was trying to find a skirt for it, and I just never did, and I just gave up. And then from this point going through, I think it's here, these are things that my mom wanted to bring here. So this was just really like an overflow. Look at this. Here's my suit. Oh my gosh. So pretty. I can't believe I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff, you guys. And this is a top that was so pretty on with some black slacks and then some heels. Oh, okay, yeah. So like I said, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see what I can sell, the garage sale, to raise money. And then I didn't really want to take them to a consignment store because around my area, we don't have a consignment store. The nearest one is like 40 miles away. And then I wanted to sell this on Poshmark or the other one. Can't remember the name of it. So I'm going to go ahead and try on the garage sale. And whatever I do not sell, I will put that online. Yes, that is what I'm going to do. Two big old hats up here. This one, oop, that one I like to wear. This one, I don't. I mean, it's all out of shape right now, but I think I'm going to go ahead and also just get rid of this one. Yeah, it's seen better days. I just never wear it. So, goodbye, hat. And then this one, I'm going to put this in my closet. I'm back in my office right now. Just got done going to Dollar Tree. And I am going through this, the indoor cat. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need that anymore. Aww. That's adorable. So I'm going through like my tote, finding things that I don't need. I don't need this any longer. I never use these. Like little stickers. And then I don't really need this. I used to put my meal planning on here, but I want something else. So, and then I have this, and I don't need that anymore. So, I'm sure someone in crafts could probably use that. That. And then I don't need this. So, finding odds and ends things. This one I don't need. This is a small 3-ring binder. You know how organized I like to be. That's just a perfect size of something I want to work on. Let's see. What else do I have in here? Yes. This was a cool thing I had for couponing. This is what I would take into the store. It had all my deals, little coupons would be in there. It was a pretty cool little thing. I had a little pen there if I needed it. Kept a little post-it in there to do my math. But that's alright. Someone else can use that. Got some more mom stuff in here too. Look, here's another expandable. I don't need that one. I'd rather keep this black one. I'm not gonna need that. I love this tote. I found it at Home Goods. And a lot of times if I'm in our other home, I'll bring this, and this will be just as my office. I'll just bring everything. Cookbooks, my planner, just, you know, bills, whatever. It's awesome. Love it. I saved these in case I needed to make some signs for my garage sale a few months ago. See, I already had this in my mind, apparently. I was wondering where the heck my chalk marker went. I found that. I also found some of my command strips. This, I'm really not sure why or what this went to. Don't know. I'm going to have to ask the husband. Had this one and don't need it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that also in the pile. And I found like these straps. I'm just going to put it in a, you know, like a 25-cent or whatever. This was part of my bag that goes into my closet. It has a D on my bag that I like to use when I travel, so that's going to go with my bag, relocated, and then all of this will then be donated towards the garage sale. Jay and I agreed. We're going to take down these things that's been on the wall. They're plastic. Nah. And then also these two things. And because his grandparents are in these, I suggested that he takes the pictures out, but we can get rid of the frames. Next. Now. Ooh, sorry, honey. We are back into our room, and I asked Jay. He has a lot of belts. So he's gonna start taking stuff down that he just doesn't use. Because the way we gotta think about is that we're moving. What are you going to take with us? What are you not going to take with us? What have you used in the last year? What do you think you're going to use in the next year? Those kind of things. If you're going to use that one, do you use it?
The elastic is starting to go.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I need to get a new one.
Didn't you buy some really nice ones lately?
Yes.
Yeah. There's keys on that one. How many do you think is on that one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good job, honey. Just put that on our bed. Anything else? What's that?
Suits. Suit.
I should keep that one. Here, honey. I'll help you. It is much later in the night. I'm getting tired and I'm trying balance my time between my mom, Queen G, and Jay. We just got done eating. Jay did really well. I am so lost for words. And I'm so proud of him for doing that because he hasn't decluttered at all. But I think he's seeing how much that I have decluttered. And I told him tonight, I said, well, we're moving. What do you want to take? What do you don't want to take? I think he really realized what he doesn't want to take and what he's holding on to. So, I'm not trying to push. I didn't even say anything. I didn't want to say anything, if you know what I mean. And he went for it. And so, therefore, I'm very proud of him on that. Yay, Jay! Queen G and I took her to Dollar Tree with me today. So her and I ventured out and we got some things for the garage sale. And I just have to make my signs and all that. I'm really hoping, I'm hoping the weather is going to be okay. If not, I might have to postpone this garage sale a couple of weeks. And to be honest, I feel like we're still not done. Hi, I'm Dee, and I've been decluttering for too long. And let me tell you, it takes time over and over and over again, and that's okay. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for just being here and supporting us through this all. Decluttering, you know, it's decluttering. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. Just do it. Start. And I hope this gives you some motivation out there. I'm really happy though with what we have decluttered thus far. So as you can see, I was getting pretty darn tired towards that end of the night. And that was, I believe, Thursday. Thursday night was when I was filming that video. And at that day and at that particular moment, I really wasn't thinking that I was going to pull it off for a garage sale for Saturday. The weather here in San Francisco Bay Area in California, as you saw in the news, has been a little bit cray-cray. So having a garage sale was kind of like, I'm not really sure if the weather's going to cooperate, and I wasn't really too sure that people wanted to venture out on such a cold morning for a garage sale. I wasn't really sure. And it didn't help the fact that on the Nextdoor app, there was someone asking about a garage sale, and there was a pretty blunt reply back to her saying that garage sales particularly don't start until the end of spring, early summer, because who wants to go out in the cold and in the rain? Well, that blunt reply just totally just played with my mind, and I for sure, like Friday morning, I was like, no, I don't think so. But then just like that, I knew that my sister was flying in, and I already had help from my neighbor fams and Joyce, and it was just like, how can I not do this? Let's just try it and see what happens. I mean, I don't know. Anything is better than nothing, right? Early Friday morning, I made that decision to go ahead and let's just go for it. And so we did. Later on that Friday night, before we went to bed, I was trying to put more stuff into the garage, try to organize a little bit, but I just was running out of time. I decided that it was a perfect night to start working on my signs. Typically, I would have already been done with my signs, but because, like I said, I didn't know if I was going to actually do this garage sale or not, I was pressed for a little time. I started to feel very overwhelmed and so unorganized, which is not like me at all. But I knew that I just had to go with the flow and see what happens. Early that Friday morning, I did post on like Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace of the cross streets of where the garage sale would be, because I knew that I would have signs out first thing on that Saturday morning, the day of the garage sale. Now, if I had more time knowing the day that I was going to have the garage sale, I think I would have posted way earlier than just the night before. Also, I didn't have time to go around and start thinking of prices, so that was a little bit stressing. I'm so very grateful for those who had donated to the garage sale, so we were trying to go through their donations as well, and some of them were really pricey items that I just had no idea what to price them at. But we tried our best. We placed everything out on the tables that we had and onto the grass and along the front porch of my house, and we just made it work. Oh, and we also prayed to the weather gods up there. Which in turn was in our favor. It was a bit chilly, but it didn't rain. It wasn't windy. It was just a little bit overcast, but it was like 67 degrees, I think. And that has probably been the warmest day like in weeks. People slowly started to show up from the signs that I placed out. I asked several of them, how did they find out about the garage sale? It was mainly on Craigslist. All in all, I had a goal to reach. I mean, my goal was like $1,000, right? But a lot of those high price items, I wasn't even able to even place out on the garage sale. I know, right? But realistically, I was really hoping to have at least a goal to reach was $500 for that day. Due to the circumstances like the weather, short timing of not pricing out your items so quickly, advertising on different social media platforms, and I felt like all my other previous garage sales, I would be posting signs like within a 5-mile radius, and this time I just didn't. I didn't have the time, so I only did it within like a 2-mile radius. But even with those type of setbacks, I think all in all we had a pretty good turnout. I made $410. As things started to die down, I actually got to take the time in a group effort that we started pricing certain items, and I really like the fact that my sister Joyce and Anita were all there with me to help me in that category. And Joyce, she's like Miss Organizer to the max and she helped organize all the items in different categories for me, so that for the next garage sale, yes, a next garage sale that we all agreed on would be way easier for us to pull off. One of the things also that was a surprise was my husband Jay. He pulled out a crate full of old albums, like vinyl records. And I thought that crate that he pulled out was like random stuff, like Christmas albums and kids stuff. I don't know. For me, I thought, no, there wouldn't be any really good albums in there. I didn't even look. I just had no time to look at what was in that crate. I just knew that if Jay was willing to give up his vinyl records, then they must be like nothing, just odds and ends. And I was like, okay with that. Until we had several customers. One guy in particular like stayed going through the crate like over an hour, and he had his phone, and I'm like, oh, is there anything I can help you find? And he was just pulling out all these different albums. I said, it looks like you have a list there. He goes, oh yeah, I have to be organized just to know which albums I don't have. Anyways, he pulls out like a stack of like 170 albums. I've been overly exaggerating, and right then and there I just knew something's up. Not really realizing what we had on hand, we said 50 cents. But then once we started to go over the selection that he had like the Beatles, Pink Floyd, Bee Gees, Saturday Night Fever, he had the Temptations, he had like the Eagles, he had all these Men at Work, Billy Idol. I was stunned when I was going through like what he had picked out, knowing that, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that Jay was letting all of these great albums for 50 cents. That was a fail. Then we decided, let's jump it up to $1. And then all of a sudden, before we could even go through it all, this other man comes in and he takes again like over 170, I don't know how many albums he must have taken. It was way over like 100, I know that for sure. He had other albums like Billy Joel, just like Elton John. I mean, come on, you guys all know I'm an Elton John fan. And I was like, oh my god, you had Elton John and a Beatles. I didn't realize he had all of these on vinyl in great shape. We're talking pristine shape because they have been in the crate for all these years. A lot of them are not even played on yet. So I was like, oh my gosh, we are like totally losing a lot of money. And that's not the way I should be thinking about that. But it would have been nice to given a heads up of, hey, I'm going to get rid of these albums. And my sister was dying because there was like so many records that she saw, like Depeche Mode, Thompson Twins, Men at Work. And she was just like, she was just dying like I was. And we gave it $1 each away. And then finally my sister went back to the crate, went through all of the albums, pulled out the ones that she thought was really valuable, found out that we had a couple of albums there that was way worth over $100. Some of them were 40 bucks. Some of the ones that we gave away were like way over $80, $60 each. And we were giving away for 50 cents to $1 each. Lesson learned. But see, that's why it's better just to be organized, do your research, which I didn't have. And even though we made that mistake, at least we still kind of got rid of it. At least we got some money out of it. We got, out of that, we got $200 worth of money just from the photo albums. And I didn't even mean to declutter the photo albums. So where am I going with this? That we need to do more research. But hey, you live and learn. As the day progressed, we were getting rid of more stuff. I started taking pictures of some of the higher price items, and I was still unboxing stuff that was in our garage. And I have been slowly decluttering a little bit here and there of that garage over, I say, the last 10 years. Behind the scenes, not on camera. I think I've only touched one part of our garage on camera ever on my channel. And if you guys follow Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life, she has a Monica closet that she did. Well, my Monica closet would probably be titled the Monica Garage, because my garage is, let's just say I am so embarrassed to even put it on camera. And slowly I started to film it, and slowly I would start to show more and more of that garage. And then as this garage sale was going, my neighbor Famanita is like, okay girl, get back in your garage and let's start going through that. Which sometimes you need a friend like that, right? Gotta love my neighbor fam. So I started to go through some of the boxes in that garage because I wanted to do a flip of some furniture. And as she reminded me that I had help, let's do this. So Jay and I started to slowly go through some of the boxes, and I found stuff I totally forgot about. So now there's more things that I'm finding to get rid of. Look, I didn't even get a chance to even put that in the garage sale, or even that on the garage sale. And I'm thinking about perhaps also adding that to the garage sale. There's just so much. And although the garage sale was a success, we did get rid of a lot. We could have gotten rid of more. And as a group decision, we all decided that we should have a second garage sale in April. By that time, we'll have more signs, we'll have more time to go through things, we'll get more donated items to add to our garage sale. We have done the research on certain items, and I'm going to start taking photos and pictures of those items to advertise at least a week prior before the garage sale. So if people are interested in that, then they can come to the garage sale and take a peek at those higher price items. Plus, with the San Francisco Bay Area crazy storms as it has been, I'm hoping that in April is going to be better weather where people feel like enjoy a garage sale. So what does that mean for this series? I believe it means more videos. And it also means that I can continue on to declutter around my home. So make sure you subscribe and click on that bell so you do not miss any more declutter with me for my garage sale. I told you it's a process. It's a process. And I'd like to say thank you very much for joining me on this journey once again. I think my mom's cat Kitty would be like, yes, meow. Doing it for Kitty. I'm doing it for Kitty. I'm doing it for Queen G. So on to more decluttering, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Her name is actually Kitty. She has been with my mom now for about 10 years now. That we moved my mom and her kitty up here. And she's transitioning just great in our house. Aren't you, kitty? So actually, technically, she's my little furry sister is what I call her.